listening to others' limit for the day. This is not about me wanting to be listened to. You all are not listening to Thomas. What he's saying is worth noting. But what if he's lying? I can assure you he's not. You're just expressing an unhealthy amount of concern. Thank you for being on guard. But for now, you must listen. You have to believe me, Verge. Patton, I am not at all enticed by anything the Duke is saying. I do not identify with anything about him. Dress me up however you want, Thomas. I can be covert if you'd like. Psychologist Dr. Norman Epstein once said, if a thought like that pops into your head, but you're not bothered by it at all, that could be a problem. Does Thomas seem bothered to you? He does. But what about Jeffrey Dahmer? He was pretty bothered, too. He certainly was bothered. As a child. And he outgrew those feelings. Thomas is still distraught by his forbidden thoughts as an adult. Furthermore, Jeffrey Dahmer went on to murder innocent people. Say, how many people have you murdered, Thomas? None. Well, that can't be where the bar is. Patton, you of all sides should know that it isn't. Thomas, you're a religious man, correct? Yeah, but there have been plenty of bad religious people throughout history. Well, I cannot argue with that. Religion is not perfect, but when it is not abused, piety is just as valid as the innumerable other ways to live a principled life. To the best of your ability, you try to live your life based on a moral code set by your faith, correct? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, love thy neighbor as thyself, etc. Yeah, thou shalt not kill is one such principle, but it certainly couldn't be said that that's where the figurative bar has been set. Couldn't all this talk of religion create a connection between Thomas's beliefs and his intrusive thoughts? Careful, Virgil. You're giving me ideas. Actually, Virgil, Thomas's faith and his relationship with the Duke are and always have been inextricable. I don't know about all that. Thomas's Catholic upbringing has instilled in him that thought is a precursor to action. Consider some of the 7 deadly sins: greed, pride, envy, lust, wrath. 5 of the 7 deadly sins are committed in your head. There's a reason why the Duke has continuously used religious language. He's playing to your sensitivities. It's fine if you disapprove of toxic thinking, but you can't banish any and all unpleasant thoughts when there's a constant stream of thoughts going through your head at all times. The Duke was right. What? Not only does repression not work, but it can be very bad indeed. I understand that your natural human reaction when you see something disturbing is to look away, but if you let me examine the Duke's contributions, then I could expose him for being unrealistic and figuratively dress him down. Oh, well, if that's what you wanted, Logan, you could have just said so. I said figuratively, and that is why I say it. That is why I say it! The real problem here isn't the disgusting drivel coming from the Duke. Ooh, thank you for the alliterative regards, Logan. I love being given 2 D's at once. Okay, then what is the real problem, Logan? It's you. Oh, looks like the cat's out of the ball bag. Despite his best efforts, Virgil could never stop being the bad guy. Oh, and, Patton. Record scratch? Patton? How? He's being too strict. Oh my goodness. Patton is being too strict. It's not me for once? What does that mean? Am I cool? Does this make me cool? Am I being cool? Oh my gosh. My teeth. Yeah, I thought you said I changed my mind. I'm unpredictable like that. I bet that really gets to you, huh, Logan? The opposite of rationality. There is no rhyme or reason to what I do. I just do. And what I do is wreak havoc. I'd say you just wreak. Figuratively. Also, literally, though. Oh, what do you have to say to that, Duke? Thank you? Reek is what I was going for. Well, I mean, my deodorant's flavor is pickled poo logs. Flavor? Deodorants don't have flavors. You don't eat deodorant. Maybe you don't. Okay, I got one, guys. Since we call Roman Princey, does that mean we should call you Dookie? Dookie? I love it. Please do. Okay, well, there really is nothing you can say to him. Or you could just call me by my name. Remus. You told me? Right off the bat? Just like that? Of course I did, Dr. Seuss. I would never hide anything from you. The truth is, Remus, you don't get to me in the slightest. Object impermanence renders you pretty unintimidating. What's so frightening about something with no real-world impact? Oh, shut up, nerdy Wolverine! How about you shut up? You wouldn't know impact if it hit you in the face! Oh! You killed him! He does make an impact. Does he? Yeah, I would have gotten a full night's sleep if it weren't for him. Lack of sleep can negatively affect your memory, it weakens your immune system, and it increases your risk of heart disease. And that's only some of the potential side effects. Right, yeah, exactly. Ooh, maybe I am a little scary. However, your lack of sleep last night was the result of Virgil's reaction to Remus, not Remus himself. So, the Duke only has power over you because Virgil and Patton believe that he does. Because you fear him. Without that, he'd have a much harder time hurting you. So what do you think? Can we logic our way out of this one? I think we can! Not really. No, there's no way to force intrusive thoughts out of your head. Please pay attention. That said, you can learn to better deal with intrusive thoughts.
Now's the time to find a health plan on healthcare.gov. Sign up between November 1st and December 15th.
My devious plan was a success. You were all momentarily distracted. Anyway, this issue extends... Extends? You remember that erection medicine? This issue goes beyond taking Remus seriously. Another major concern is when you try too hard to make sense of him. All of those horrible thoughts, I mean, they have to mean something. No, they don't. Virgil was right. Not all thoughts are meaningful. Remus said it himself, and I'm sure he'll say it again. There is no rhyme or reason to what I do. I just do. A scoodly-boo. Oh, maybe there is a rhyme. If you aggressively interrogate Thomas about why the Duke said or did something, then you're only going to hurt Thomas. I mean, look at him now. He barely got any rest, due in large part to you two chastising him all night. I acted like a real beehole. Wait, is he gone? No, I think he's gone. Nails on a chalkboard! Oh, God! Jeez. Literally, like fingernails nailed to a chalkboard. Oh my gosh, it got worse. I didn't think it could get worse. Oh! Don't do that. Never check to see if you've successfully gotten rid of him. Oh, why is Remus becoming such a nuisance right now? Well, how are you doing right now? I don't know. I'm fine. Virgil, how's he doing? He recently realized he's a bigger liar than he thought he was. He doesn't understand himself. He's committed to skipping a big callback, and he's sleep deprived. So yeah, he feels like a piece of dirt who has no control over his life. Okay, yeah. And that is precisely why the Duke feels like such a threat, in part at least. The feeling that you may be a bad person who doesn't have control over yourself or your destiny causes you to fear that you may actually act on these thoughts. What if you sniffed your dog's butt? Shut up. I guess that makes sense. I mean, I sound the alarm whenever Roman suggests Thomas talk to a cute guy, so it follows that I would have even more of a reaction to Remus's suggestions. Speaking of suggestions, when are you actually going to jump out of a moving car? I've been bringing it up for years. Still nothing. Yeah, I'm actually pretty used to that one. But to view the Duke's contributions as suggestions is almost exaggerative. This issue is more of a matter of over-control than impulse control. So it is okay to jump out of a moving car? No, but it is okay if the thought of jumping out of a car happens to cross your mind. Okay, well,